Every Thursday at exactly 4:30 p.m., an old man with kind eyes and weathered hands would sit on the same park bench, holding a small glass jar that seemed to shimmer with its own inner light. People walking by never paid much attention to him. He looked like any other elderly gentleman enjoying the afternoon sun. But if they had looked more carefully, they would have noticed something extraordinary. The jar in his hands contained swirling wisps of what looked like colored smoke, and occasionally tiny sparkles of light would dance inside like captured fireflies. The truth was far more remarkable than anyone could have imagined. The old man was a memory collector, one of the last remaining guardians of human experiences that were in danger of being lost forever. His jar didn't contain smoke or light, it contained memories. Precious, beautiful memories that people had unconsciously discarded, forgotten, or given up on. Now preserved forever in crystallized form. The discovery of his unique ability had happened quite by accident 50 years earlier, when he was just a young janitor working the night shift at a large hospital. While cleaning the children's ward, he noticed that the air around certain beds seemed to shimmer with faint colors, especially near children who were very sick. When he reached out to touch one of these shimmering areas, he felt a sudden rush of pure joy, a child's memory of their birthday party, complete with the taste of chocolate cake and the sound of friends singing. That night, he realized he could see and collect the memories that people released during times of great emotion. Moments of joy that were too intense to hold on to, fragments of love that seemed too precious to be real, pieces of wonder that adults convinced themselves they had imagined. These memories would float away from their original owners like invisible bubbles, usually disappearing forever into the atmosphere, but he could catch them, preserve them, and most importantly, return them to people who needed them. Over the decades, he had developed a system for his work. The park bench was his collection station, positioned perfectly to catch memories from the playground where children experienced first triumphs, from the pond where couples shared romantic moments, from the walking path where elderly people reflected on their lives. His jar had been specially crafted by a glass blower who understood the delicate nature of crystallized emotions, designed to keep memories fresh and vibrant indefinitely. The memories he collected were incredibly diverse, but all shared one common quality: they were moments of pure human experience, untainted by worry or analysis. A toddler's memory of seeing snow for the first time, filled with wonder so complete it made the jar glow silver white. A teenager's memory of their first kiss, sparkling pink with nervousness and excitement. A grandmother's memory of holding her newborn grandchild, radiating gold with love so deep it seemed to contain the essence of eternity itself. What made the memory collector's work truly magical was his ability to match lost memories with people who desperately needed them. He had developed an almost supernatural sense for recognizing when someone was struggling with depression, loneliness, or despair, conditions that often resulted from losing touch with the beautiful moments that made life worth living. To these people, he would offer carefully selected memories that could reignite their appreciation for existence. The process was subtle and required great skill. He couldn't simply hand someone else's memory to a stranger. That would feel false and invasive. Instead, he had learned to create opportunities for people to rediscover memories that resonated with their own life experience. A businessman having a midlife crisis might suddenly recall the joy he felt as a child building sandcastles, after being exposed to a similar memory from the collector's jar. A lonely widow might remember the depth of love she had shared with her husband, triggered by encountering a preserved memory of another couple's devotion. His most challenging cases involved people who claimed they had never experienced real happiness, individuals so damaged by trauma or disappointment that they genuinely believed joy was impossible for them. For these souls, the memory collector would use his most precious specimens, memories of resilience, moments when people had found light in their darkest hours, experiences of hope, persisting against impossible odds. These memories had the power to show someone that happiness wasn't a foreign concept, but a birthright they had temporarily misplaced. Children were his easiest and most rewarding clients. Though they never realized they were receiving help, their natural openness made them perfect receptors for wonder memories, preserved moments of awe that could enhance their appreciation for magic in everyday life. A shy child might suddenly develop confidence after being exposed to a memory of another child's successful performance, while a pessimistic young person might rediscover optimism through contact with crystallized hope. The memory collector had also discovered that some memories were too powerful to be given away individually. They needed to be shared with entire communities to achieve their full healing potential. During times of local tragedy or social upheaval, he would open his jar in crowded places, releasing memories of human kindness, community cooperation, and collective joy. These atmospheric memories would subtly influence everyone in the vicinity, reminding them of humanity's capacity for goodness, even during difficult times. His jar contained some truly extraordinary specimens collected over 5 decades of work. There was a memory from a soldier who had found a moment of perfect peace during wartime, watching a sunrise and feeling grateful to be alive despite the horror around him. Another memory came from a single mother who had felt overwhelming joy while tucking her children into bed, suddenly understanding that love made all her struggles worthwhile. Each memory was a testament to the human spirit's ability to find meaning and beauty even in challenging circumstances. The most valuable memories in his collection were those that contained what he called universal truths. Moments when individuals had experienced profound insights about the nature of existence, love, or human connection. These memories had the power to change lives completely, offering recipients sudden understanding of concepts they had been struggling with for years. A memory of someone forgiving their worst enemy could teach others about the liberation that comes from releasing anger. A memory of someone finding purpose after great loss could show others how meaning can emerge from suffering. As the memory collector grew older, he began to worry about what would happen to his collection when he could no longer continue his work. The thought of all these precious human experiences being lost forever was unbearable. That's when he noticed something wonderful. Some of the people he had helped over the years had begun developing their own ability to see and preserve memory. His work had awakened something dormant in them, creating a new generation of memory collectors who could continue the vital task of preserving and redistributing human joy. The most beautiful aspect of his work was the ripple effect it created. People who received healing memories didn't just benefit individually, they became more capable of creating beautiful memories for others. A person who rediscovered wonder would inspire wonder in their children. Someone who reconnected with love would spread love to everyone around them. The memories he preserved and shared didn't just heal individuals, they helped heal the collective human spirit. On his final day of active collecting, the old man sat on his park bench as usual. But this time his jar was empty. He had given away every memory he had collected over 50 years, distributing them to people who needed them more than he needed to possess them. As the sun set, he felt something remarkable happening. New memories began appearing around him, not to be collected, but to be experienced. Own memories of helping others, of preserving human joy, of dedicating his life to something meaningful, began to crystallize in the air around him. Other memory collectors, drawn by some invisible signal, appeared in the park and began gathering these new memories, not to store them away, but to immediately share them with anyone who had lost faith in the possibility of living a meaningful life. The old man's legacy became not just the memories he had preserved, but the inspiration he provided for others to recognize the preciousness of every human moment, the importance of preserving joy, and the healing power of sharing beautiful experiences with those who need them most. The park bench remains occupied every Thursday at 4:30 p.m., though the face changes as different memory collectors take their turn, watching over the community's emotional well-being. The work continues, ensuring that no moment of authentic human joy is ever truly lost, that beauty experienced by one person can heal the heart of another, and that the most precious aspects of human experience are preserved and shared, like treasures that multiply rather than diminish when given away.